Well, it's hard to believe that Christmas is over. Technically, it has come and gone, but I hope you guys had a great Christmas with family and a good Saturday together.
Yeah, yesterday was it, the big day.
Yeah. Well, we know that all of you are still sitting around surrounded by still Christmas trees and probably wrapping and stuff everywhere. You've hung out with some of those people, some that we have to see for the weekend. But before we dive into today's message, we just wanted to have a little fun together. Pastor Brendan, I've got some Christmas trivia that I want to ask you.
Well, I've got some Christmas trivia for you.
And we're going to see today how many of us really know about Christmas, how much we really love Christmas. Because I've heard at times you could be a little bit of a Scrooge, little
me,
bah humbug.
I wouldn't call myself a Scrooge. I don't really like anything.
I wouldn't call myself a Scrooge, but I don't really care anything about Christmas.
I should have been a billionaire because I just hate doing the Christmas.
So if you
chores.
didn't, so if somebody else would hang the lights and put up the tree,
put
you're
up the
cool
tree.
with it.
Yeah, and I wish that honestly, I wish that every year that I could just throw all of the Christmas things away. And then
just buy it new and come in and set it up.
But that's horrible stewardship and bad idea. We don't do that.
Is there a favorite, as you think about Christmas, is there a favorite Christmas memory or something that you can think of as a kid, as an adult?
Oh man, there's
your favorite Christmas?
There's a couple. So my favorite Christmas gift of all time that I remember getting was a go-kart. And it was, I hadn't asked for it, didn't know that it was coming, and
something tells me this didn't work out very well.
No, it was awesome. I got up Christmas morning, we all opened our gifts, and then of course, my mom was, pointed to a letter that nobody saw on the Christmas tree.
Sure.
And there it was, a letter to Brandon, to me, that he could not figure out a way to get the go-kart into the house.
Sure.
So it was in the backyard.
Yeah.
Rode it around.
Now, my question about this is, as I know your driving record is not great.
Oh, well, there was a couple of snafus on that day. I survived. I slung a few folks into a fence and ran into a tree. And
understandable, yeah.
We survived. It was fun.
For those of you that do not know, he does not have a great driving record. I would not suggest sitting in the seat.
Technically, my driving record is pristine at this moment.
Technically, that word technically. I think one of my favorite Christmas memories as a kid, and I've shared it a lot here at the church, is the old Nintendo 64 moment. It was like 93 or 94, 64 was the Christmas gift of the season. You couldn't find them. My dad got in a fight in the KB Toys and was escorted out by the police. And it's really ultimately, in a nutshell, it's the movie Jingle All the Way.
100%.
If you've seen Jingle All the Way, I watch it every year. My wife hates it. I think it's a classic, Christmas classic. Yeah, it's great.
Come on.
Sinbad.
It's awesome.
It's good. And that's ultimately what happened that Nintendo 64 year, the infamous Christmas. So I think about that every year. But I love Christmas, and I've enjoyed all the things that we've done together as a church. I've enjoyed our Christmas Eve coming together,
it's been awesome.
Lighting candles and doing communion. It's been great. But with you not being, not a Scrooge, but maybe not a Christmas aficionado, we could say, I'm going to ask you a few questions here. Let's see how well you do. Which popular Christmas beverage is also called milk punch?
Eggnog.
Do you like eggnog?
I love eggnog.
I hate eggnog.
I wouldn't say it has to be a Christmas beverage.
It's pretty much a Christmas beverage. Okay, well, I'm impressed that you knew that.
Really good.
How many ghosts show up in the movie A Christmas Carol?
It'd be 3.
3? Really?
3.
That's
correct.
This says 4.
No way. That's incorrect.
So the past,
the present, and the
present, the future.
The one that visited. So there's
4 ghosts.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. All right.
I was close. That was a trick question.
Okay. What are the 2 other most popular names for Santa Claus?
Santa Claus and probably St. Nicholas.
Okay. One more. For Santa Claus, in place of the word Santa
Kris
Claus.
Kringle.
Kris Kringle. You're doing good, man.
Yeah.
Elvis isn't going to have a white Christmas, but he's going to have a what?
Blue Christmas.
Blue. Ooh, okay.
I know that because you're horrible.
All right. How about this? In Home Alone, where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave Kevin behind?
Home Alone 1?
Which Home Alone are we talking about?
They're going to France.
They're going to Paris in the first one. They're going to Paris. In the movie It's a Wonderful Life, what happens every time a bell rings?
Angel gets its wings.
Okay.
Listen, I know Christmas stuff.
He's doing pretty good. I hope you guys are doing this well. All right, one last. Well, no, I got two for you.
Okay.
What was the highest grossing Christmas movie of all time?
The Grinch. The original Grinch.
That would be incorrect.
No, it is.
Home Alone.
No.
Highest grossing Christmas movie of all time. The original Home Alone.
The original. Oh, I
The
do know
original.
that because of Netflix, the movies that made us.
And do you all know, if you haven't seen that, the movies that made us, it was filmed in a gymnasium.
I know, it was
a school
awesome.
gymnasium, which is pretty incredible. That's pretty amazing. All right, one more I'll ask you. What was the first company that used Santa Claus in advertising?
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. That's right, man. You did a good job.
Yeah.
Missed one out of what, like 8?
Yeah, that
questions
was
or
pretty
something?
good. I
Okay.
think I'm going to stump you on mine.
You went a little harder, didn't you?
I've got no,
I
a
threw
little
him
harder.
some softballs. Let's all admit, I threw him some softballs there, so it's not like
I'm going to share one because it's not. I'm not going to tell you, but it's one that we just figured out a few minutes ago when we were looking.
Okay.
The first state that ever recognized Christmas as a holiday was Alabama.
pretty impressive.
Come on, we know
Alabama, sweet
that
home.
makes Alabama God's favorite.
Sweet
I know it
home
does.
Alabama. So that would make us Christmas capital of the world.
Of the world.
I think so.
I would think. I think we could claim that.
It's pretty good.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Let's see what we
This
got.
one's a good one. I know I've got you already.
Okay.
What were Frosty the Snowman's last words? Got him.
Frosty the Snowman's last words.
Some would say very similar to Jesus.
We'll see you next season.
I'll be back again someday. I'll be back again someday. He's coming back.
I feel like that ought to be in a message somewhere.
That could be an Easter song.
That, hey,
right?
we're not. No, we'd have to bring it up to
I'll be
Christmas.
back.
We'll have to- that's pretty good.
That's a good one. Okay. Which reindeer game also has the name of a kitchen cleanser? I don't know 4 reindeer names. So. Come on. I'm going to start the song and it's going to be wrong. So.
It's not Clorox. It's not, Comet.
Oh, he got it.
Boom.
Comet.
That's good. Comet.
Is that still a cleaner? People still use that?
I don't know. My mom used it growing up. I remember Comet in the tubs. Yeah. Okay.
This is an easy one. This is a softball, a beach ball. What town did the Grinch steal Christmas from?
Whoville.
Got it.
Oh yeah.
Now this is a little more difficult. You got to really know the movies. What toy does Buddy the Elf not like?
Buddy the Elf. The Jack in the Box.
Come on, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, because you remember in the movie he
Scared of
wound
it.
it up. He just
One of my
jumped.
favorite parts in the movie. All right. Oh, this is a good one because I think it's true. This is kind of controversial, so everybody's got their own opinions of this. Which action film is often called a Christmas film?
Oh, Die Hard.
Die Hard. I happen to think it is.
Okay, so
It's one of the greatest Christmas movies.
I don't know if I should be embarrassed to say this or shameful to say because
Okay.
there's it's kind of a.
Yeah, you need to watch the cable version.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched the non-cable version recently, and for the first time this year.
Yeah.
I watched it earlier this year, and so it's the first time in my life I've ever
devastating.
watched Die Hard, and many of you have watched Die Hard a gazillion times.
100%.
It's like they consider it a Christmas classic. I don't know if I would really say. I think it's. I mean, there's nobody giving gifts. There's nobody.
It was Christmas.
There's
It
no
took place.
mistletoe.
He was on his way to give gifts.
Yeah.
Oh
but-
yeah, that's a Christmas.
Okay.
However, I along with Die Hard, what I have discovered is most of the movies in my life that I remember growing up, I remember apparently I only watched ever the cable version
It's true.
because as I've seen them at other times,
This is true.
I'm unbelievably shocked that my parents would ever allow me to see them at the age that I saw 'em.
Mr. and Mrs. Doss, shame on
It was
you.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. How many lights? This is a good one. You guys can test it, and you can go back and watch it in the movie. How many lights were used on the Christmas Vacation house? Another movie you should probably only watch.
And it says it in the movie?
Yeah.
That's my favorite Christmas movie.
And you've missed it.
Of all times. Oh,
Come
man.
on, just picture yourself. Come on, we've already seen it 6,000 times this
I
season.
mean, it's a lot of lights.
Go back to him bringing the family out, making the
Oh,
announcement,
Wow.
putting it together, and it not working.
$1 million?
No,
No?
that's That's way off.
Too many?
No, it's way too many.
Too many. Okay. I don't know.
25,000.
Okay, 25. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what's considered a whole lot of lights.
Well, apparently that's a lot. If you'll notice in the movie, it shut down the whole city when it actually went on.
Well, that's what I thought. Maybe 1 million. I don't know.
All
but
right.
that was before LED too. So
Why did the reindeer pick on Rudolph?
because he had a red nose.
Because of his red nose.
As a matter of fact,
Unfortunate.
we have a Christmas series that we did one year called Reindeer Games.
Yeah.
And we had every message every week themed about
Around that.
Rudolph, and one was about Rudolph's red nose. It's a good series.
Yeah, he took a big hit on that. Ended up changing his life, though. It was the thing that got him the job.
Yep. What the enemy means for harm,
God
will turn for good.
Every
Come on,
time.
somebody.
Every time.
Yeah, light up that red nose.
This one's hard. This one's a very difficult one. I won't count this.
How many more do I have?
A couple more
questions have you asked me?
I won't count this. It's not many. I won't count this against you if you don't get it. Okay. What is the most played Christmas song on Spotify?
Spotify.
Some of y'all already know it.
Wow. White Christmas?
Nope.
No?
Is that a song?
Dreaming of a White Christmas.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Is that a song? What are you talking about? Of course it's a song.
That's a movie. Yes, it is.
Okay.
All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey.
That makes sense. I could see it.
Most played Christmas
see it.
song.
In my opinion, that's probably the most modern classic Christmas song.
Okay.
I mean, that's a classic.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll give you
That's
that.
classic. Okay.
Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, that's not really modern.
No, it's not modern.
That's old.
Yeah, it's old.
That was actually penned in 1935.
Rocking Around the Christmas Tree?
Found that out last week reading. That's a lot. You would
Most Christmas songs are old.
But that doesn't sound like an old song.
That's pretty old.
They wouldn't even, just extra trivia, they thought it was too progressive and would not actually play it on the radio for almost 15 years.
Wow.
But it was penned in 1935.
Okay.
Something along those lines.
Sure.
All right. I think you've already asked me this one. Last one. You ready?
I'm ready.
What was Frosty the Snowman's nose made out of?
Coal?
Incorrect.
No?
That's heartbreaking.
What, a carrot?
No, it was not a carrot.
Okay, hang on then. Let me think a second, because
Obviously,
eyes made out of coal.
I'm not the Scrooge here.
Thumpity, thump, thump, thumpity, thump, thump, look at Frosty go. I don't have anything to do with his nose. I don't know.
It's a button. He had a
Button nose. Yeah, had a button nose. And a button nose
was a button.
It's a song. If I wasn't on the spot, I could sing it. I didn't want to sing it.
Yeah, that's
here.
not bad.
I'm just going to say, I don't know how you feel at home, but
I won.
well, with the difficulty and the degree of
Pretty confident. No.
my questions were a lot more
It may come
difficult.
across that way because I answered them so quickly.
because I asked you such easy questions.
Whatever.